Right, so welcome back to another video on this channel. The checkbook is once again out from Todd Bowley and Chelsea in this Chelsea revolution in this January transfer window, and Malo Gusto becomes the latest player to join the Chelsea revolution in this transfer window. Here we go from Fabrizio Romano just a matter of minutes ago, and yeah, essentially in this video what I'm going to be doing is giving you the lowdown on Malo Gusto of what I know so far about him, and yeah, giving you my thoughts and opinions on this signing overall for Chelsea. So let's just get straight into it, starting off with the fact that I think it's smart business from Chelsea, simply put, to be honest. I mean, it's absolutely no secret whatsoever that obviously a right back was a massive position that needed to be addressing. It should have been a massive priority going into this transfer window, and obviously we're not going to have until next season, but to be honest, we have nothing really more to play for this season, only the Champions League really, which we're not going to win, and even still I don't think that Gusto could have been registered for the Champions League, so it doesn't really matter too much in terms of this season and, you know, needing him this season, to be fair. And yeah, like I said, it was a position that massively needed addressing, especially given Reece James's injury record for us recently, ever since he's come into the fold in this Chelsea team and established himself as, you know, the main right back in this team. Yeah, he does miss quite a portion of the season through injury every year, and it's fair to say that we haven't really had a suitable understudy for him since he's come into the team. Azpilicueta, obviously his legs are gone. He's, you know, well past his sell-by date at this stage. Absolute legend, and we'll wish him well when he leaves in the summer probably. But yeah, there was no doubts that he's coming towards the end of his sell-by date at this stage, and, you know, Trevoh Chalobah's played there a few times. Obviously no one that we have, or no one even on the planet to be fair, will come even near to what Reece James can produce in the Chelsea shirt. He's one of our most important players. He's the best right back in the world of football in my opinion, and it's just hoping that Malo Gusto can be, you know, a competent and suitable understudy for Reece James, so when Reece James gets injured inevitably next season and beyond, that we're not just, you know, panicking and, you know, praying that our season isn't over from here, because Reece James does make a massive difference in this Chelsea team. It's no coincidence that every time he gets injured we have a dip in form, to be fair. So yeah, hopefully Malo Gusto can now be the, you know, the understudy that we wanted and needed for Reece James for a number of years now. So yeah, who is Malo Gusto? We'll get into it now. So Malo Gusto, to my knowledge, is a 19-year-old right back for Lyon. I said to my knowledge, I know he's 19 years of age. I did the research about 20 minutes ago, but you know what I mean. Yeah, he's a 19-year-old right back playing for Lyon, of course, till the end of the season, and yeah, obviously I've done the typical fan action of you know, getting to know this guy and seeing this guy through compilations for the first time. I mean, if you haven't done that, let me know in the comment section below, but I'm sure a lot of Chelsea fans, if not 95% of Chelsea fans, have done the same thing, so leave me off. I don't watch a lot of French League football, unfortunately. But from what I've seen of these compilations, of course, I know it's not a great way to judge a player once again, but it's all I have at my disposal, and from what I can judge of these compilations, he looks like he's very competent on the ball. He looks like he's assured on the ball, comfortable on the ball, which is obviously what we want in possession. Seems like he's very agile, very quick, decent dribbler, seems like he has a good cross on him, so overall, you know, quite some similarities in terms of how Reece James plays, which obviously is massively positive for us. And yeah, he seems like a very promising right back with a lot of potential to grow in the future and improve in the future as well. And to be honest, I was doing a bit of my research on Malo Gusto, and I came across FBref, of course, a website which maybe some of you know, maybe some of you don't know, and it essentially is a website that shows, you know, every single player in the top 5 leagues of European football, and shows how high in the percentile of certain stats they are compared to, you know, other players in that position in the top 5 leagues in Europe once again. So I'm going to put up Reece James's passing stats on FBref on the screen right now. As you can see, first of all, just an absolute joke, and essentially what you want to know if you're a noob to this website is the more you see green and the higher numbers you see, the better the player is going to be. So yeah, Reece James, as you can see, just absolutely killing it in literally every single stat, to be honest. And here's Malo Gusto's passing stats. So one thing I definitely did notice is the fact that Malo Gusto has a lot of, you know, green in his passing stats, and they do seem very similar to Reece James's, even though Reece James's are a little bit superior. But I mean, come on, who's going to be more superior to Reece James? As I said in this video before, I think he's the best right back in the world, and, you know, the fact that Malo Gusto is even coming close to him has to be a massive positive. Then I looked at Malo Gusto's defensive stats, which you know, are a little bit darker in terms of the red colour, but then there was one stat that really caught my eye, and it was tackles in the attacking third. And so I kind of thought, okay, given the fact that that stat is so high, maybe he plays really high up the pitch, and that brought me over to SofaScore to check his average position, you know, in most Lyon games this season. And here's one example I found when Lyon played Strasbourg in their most recent game that Malo Gusto has played in. And yeah, as you can see, he is essentially playing as a right winger in that system for Lyon, and that wasn't the only example. There was other games, like I think Marseille and, you know, a few other games in Ligue 1 where he did play essentially as a right winger, so obviously he does play very high up the pitch, which will suit him in terms of the fact that if we want to deploy an elbow tactic, the famous elbow tactic, which essentially means that if our right wing back wants to go forward, the left back, whoever it is, whether it be Cucurella or Chilwell or maybe even Lewis Hall, can then shift across and make a back three essentially with the centre backs. And because Reece James is also very comfortable at this, it's great the fact that Malo Gusto is also very comfortable with this, and the fact that Malo Gusto does play for a team who, you know, in Lyon, in the French league, do like to have the ball and do aim to have the ball as much as possible. Obviously, Malo Gusto will then fit in really well to what Chelsea aim to do, which is, you know, dominate possession and have most of the ball in most of the games this season and beyond. But yeah, overall, I think it is a really smart piece of business from Chelsea, getting him, you know, quite cheap as well, and the fact that we get to loan him back and, you know, give him a bit more experience in the French league before he comes into the fold and gets a proper pre-season for us, I think is quite a good thing, to be fair. And the price we're getting him at as well for a young player, it's relatively risk-free, and of course, if he's not great, he's only going to be a backup for Reece James anyway. So I do think it is a very smart piece of business for Chelsea. I'm really happy with the signing, and who's to say that he couldn't grow into one of the best right backs in the world alongside Reece James at some point. But yeah, Chelsea fans, non-Chelsea fans, let me know your thoughts on this signing overall. Leave it down in the comment section below. I'm interested to see how you guys think this transfer will go and what you think of overall Chelsea signing Malo Gusto. And yeah, if you did enjoy this video, make sure to leave a like. It would be massively appreciated. And also, if you could subscribe to the channel as well, that would also be massively appreciated, because we are looking to hit 1,800 subscribers on this channel as soon as we possibly can. And yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video.